Hey everybody, welcome to day 255 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It's Tuesday, February 18th, 2025, and we met our sales goal. Haven't reported on sales goals in quite a few days. So I'm going to give you a little update. Last week we did not meet our sales goal. I think we were like $500 short, 700. Anyway, a fairly significant amount, but that's okay. This week is on track. Things are going well. And yeah, so I shipped out, I think 55 packages today because I hadn't shipped Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So Tuesday, yeah, 55. That was a labor of love. I made my word today step because the quote was, and I get to pick the quote. So I kind of get to so it is: the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So I was just, instead of being overwhelmed by the whole thing, I was just doing it, 5 at a time. I would just challenge myself. All right, get 5 done, get 5 more done, get 5 more done. And it was fine. It was fine. Normally that would have been just, my worst nightmare, but it wasn't. So neat. All right. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about something that's the slight edge and maybe why it's so impactful and something anybody can take away from this. So Jill said in book club last night, one of the things that really stood out to her that she was going to concentrate on is what they talk about is, the little things are easy to do and easy not to do. And we have a choice, right? Easy to do, easy not to do. And the reason why the slight edge is so powerful, it's just those every day little things we do, those minutes, those 5 minutes, that 1 minute we spend maybe getting like 1% better, or, choosing to do that one thing. It's not, and I mean, consistently over time, those of you that have been doing the Reset to Zero challenge know that it adds up over time. And it does make a huge difference. Now, does it seem like it's going to make a big difference? Like that minute that you spend, that, 10 minutes a day you spent reading a book, improve something to improve yourself. The 5 minutes a day you spend on gratitude, the, 10 minutes in the morning you might spend with us in Motivation in Minutes in our Patreon group. It doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not a lot. It's easy to do. But it would be also very easy just not to do. But it's all those little things that we do day in and day out that make the most significant difference in our lives. And easy to do. Also easy not to do. And, it really makes you think, like, often I say, don't stare at the goal, right? Like we have these big goals. They seem overwhelming and just like a lot, but it's those little things that we are doing day in, day out that get consistently that get us there. And a lot of times we don't, give ourselves credit for that, or we don't appreciate the fact that we're making the right decision in the moment and we're making something that's easy to do or easy not to do. We're not giving ourselves credit because we're staring at the big goal going, I got to get there. I got to get there. I'm not even close. I have this far to go. I have this much to do. But you know what? It's going to happen if you're doing those daily little things. There's no such thing as the quantum leap, right? There's no overnight success. None of that is real. It is in the moment, the little things that we often don't celebrate, that we often don't give ourselves credit for, that we often don't give the importance that they need because they seem insignificant. They seem insignificant. I want to make $200,000 this year. And am I giving myself credit for the stuff that I'm doing day in, day out? No, I'm not. Because it just seems like it's never going to get there. Now, that 200, that's a made up thing. That's not really my goal. But yeah, it could be, but it's not. But those little things, we really need to appreciate them, and we really need to start putting the importance on them, start celebrating them, start realizing the significance over time. It's not some big heroic thing we're going to do, like we're going to have a, insane sales week. No, we're just going to stay the course. We're going to be consistent. We're going to do those things. We're going to celebrate them as we go. Yes, I'm completing my tactics. Yes, it doesn't seem like a lot in the moment, but you know what? Over time it is, and that's what gets us there. So I really want us all to just fully embrace this and just realize that the things you are choosing to do day in, day out need to be celebrated. That is what we need to concentrate on. Those little things, right? They seem so insignificant, but that's what gets us there. Just stay in the course and doing those things. It's not going to be some magical thing that happens, some insane sale, some new platform, some new, miracle, some quantum leap. It's not it. It's not magic. There's nothing magic about it. It's consistency, and it's the little insignificant things. So really think about that and put some stock into those little things you're doing and making the right choices. That's what I wanted to talk about. So thank you, Joe. I hope everybody is having a great day. I am like a little, like today is like my Monday, even though it's Tuesday. Spent the day shipping, celebrating my dad's 75th birthday, doing a little, spent a little time with him. And yeah, so I feel like I'm a little behind, but you know what? I'm going to work Saturday. I'm going to make it up. And we did a lot of talk in our Patreon group, and maybe this needs to be its own subject today about stress and, getting to the root of what's stressing us out, because stress is like the most counterproductive and pressure that is causing stress, not a good pressure, like a stress inducing pressure, unnecessary pressure that we're putting on ourselves is really defeating. And so if you're feeling stressed about something, figure out why, and we'll talk about it another day. All right. I will see you on day 256. But first of all, those little insignificant things we do, like Reset to Zero. Joining me are Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason the Santee Swapper, Judith R, Pam of Whimsy and Such, Becky of Becky Consigns, Lee of Lee Phillips 4191, and Vanessa the Diabetic Reseller. Way to crush it, and way to realize that little thing that you do every day. Think about it for a second before you started doing it. And now think about yourself now. Seems insignificant, but I bet it's had a pretty big impact. All right, guys. See you on day 256. Night, night.